The first elevator to move people is installed, the first color televisions go on sale in the US, and a popular operating system gets a major upgrade. It all happened this week in tech history. This week in 1857, Elisha Otis installed an elevator at 488 Broadway in New York City. Elevators had been in operation before this, including those made by Otis, but they primarily moved freight. This was the first elevator used to move people. This week in 1954, the first color television sets using the NTSC standard were offered for sale to the general public. The RCA CT100 set offered a 15-inch screen and sold for a cool $1,000. In today's money, you'd be looking at over $7,500. While other sets had slightly beaten RCA to the market, it was RCA's backwards compatibility with black and white broadcasts that came to define the market. After initial sales to early adopters, the rest sold very poorly, even after a price cut. Many of the remaining sets were donated by RCA for training purposes to trade schools and technical colleges. In 1981, this week, RCA put its Selectavision laser disc players on the market. Soon the product was called the Edsel of the entertainment field, referring to the Ford Edsel automobile that was considered the car company's biggest flop. Consumers weren't too keen on the unit's $500 price tag or the video discs that sold for about $15 each. This week in 1985, IBM announced that it was planning to stop making the PCjr consumer-oriented computer. The machine had been expected to dominate the home computer market, but it didn't quite live up to those expectations. In the 16 months that the PCjr was on the market, only about 240,000 units were sold. And this week in 1990, Microsoft Windows 3.0 was released. This third iteration of the operating system featured a new graphical user interface, where applications were no longer represented as a list of file names, but as icons that a user would click on. Later updates would expand the capabilities to include multimedia support for sound recording and playback, as well as support for CD-ROMs. That's our look back at This Week in Tech History, brought to you by IFA in Berlin.
IFA, the Global Innovations Show. Meet the official partner of the future in Berlin.
Visit us online at intotomorrow.com, where you can find out how to listen to our weekly Into Tomorrow radio program. And be sure to participate and win. We've got so many cool prizes to share with you every week. All those details are on our site. Catch you next time on This Week in Tech History.